Listen to me. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to swoop in and magically fix your problems. If you're waiting for the perfect moment, waiting for a sign, waiting for someone to give you permission to go after what you want, it's not coming. Your life is in your hands. The moment you take full responsibility, everything changes. Because as long as you blame your past, your circumstances, or other people, you are giving away your power. You are letting something outside of you control your future. But the second you decide, this is on me, you take back that power. Score. You reclaim the driver's seat of your life. Change doesn't happen by wishing, hoping, or waiting. It happens when you decide right now that enough is enough. That you're done playing small. That you're done letting fear dictate your choices. That you're done settling for less than what you know you're capable of. Do you want a different life? Then you have to think differently, move differently, and act differently. Because your thoughts shape your actions, and your actions create your results. The reason people stay stuck is that they keep replaying the same story in their minds. The story that says, I can't, it's too hard, I don't have what it takes. That story is a lie. The truth is you have everything you need inside you to succeed. But it will never be unlocked until you stop doubting yourself and start doing. You can't just sit back and hope things get better. You have to take massive, relentless action. Stop overthinking. Stop waiting for perfect conditions. Start where you are with what you have and take the first step. Then take another and another. Momentum builds with movement. It won't be easy. There will be days when you don't feel like showing up. Days when the voice in your head tells you to quit. But that's the moment where you separate yourself from everyone else. Because success doesn't go to the most talented, the most gifted, or the luckiest. It goes to the one who refuses to quit. If you want to change your life, you have to be willing to sacrifice who you are today for the person you're becoming. That means cutting out the distractions. That means eliminating the excuses. That means being more disciplined than ever before. No more waiting, no more wishing, no more hoping. Your life changes when you decide to change it. So decide right now that today is the day everything shifts. Get up, take action, and never look back. Listen to me. Your life is exactly where it is right now because of the choices you've made. That's not an attack, that's a wake-up call. Because the moment you accept that truth, you take back control. If you want change, you have to own everything. Your wins, your losses, your habits, your mindset, and your decisions. No more blaming your past. No more pointing fingers at your circumstances. No more waiting for someone else to fix it for you. It's easy to say, I didn't have the right opportunities, or a people held me back, or a life hasn't been fair to me. And maybe some of that is true. Maybe life did hit you hard. Maybe you were dealt a tough hand. But guess what? That doesn't change the fact that the only person who can rewrite your story is you. Complaining won't do it. Wishing won't do it. Waiting won't do it. The only way forward is to take radical responsibility for your future. Responsibility means understanding that every choice you make either moves you closer to the life you want or keeps you stuck exactly where you are. It means looking in the mirror and saying, I am in charge of my destiny. It means realizing that no one owes you anything, so if you want something, you have to go out and create it. The truth is, most people don't want to hear this, because it's easier to stay comfortable. It's easier to tell yourself that your situation is someone else's fault. It's easier to believe that success is out of your hands, but that's a lie. Every successful person you admire got there because they took full control of their life. They didn't wait for permission. They didn't hope for luck. They decided to step up and take ownership. That's the difference between those who succeed and those who don't. Not talent, not luck, not intelligence, but responsibility. The willingness to say, this is on me. No excuses. And when you do that, when you fully own your actions, your mindset, and your future, something incredible happens. You stop feeling powerless. You stop waiting for things to change. You realize that you have the ability to shape your life into anything you want. So stop looking outside for answers. Stop waiting for someone to rescue you. The power is already inside you. The question is, are you ready to use it? Everything in your life, your success, your happiness, your ability to push through challenges, starts in one place, your mind. The way you think determines the way you act. The way you act determines the results you get. If you don't like where you are, you don't need a new job, a new relationship, or a new opportunity. You need a new mindset. because nothing changes on the outside until something changes on the inside. Think about it. Two people can go through the same situation, but one sees it as a failure and gives up, while the other sees it as a lesson and grows stronger. The difference isn't the situation. It's the mindset. Most people stay stuck because they live in a world of limitations. They tell themselves, I can't, it's too hard, I'm not good enough, and that becomes their reality. They let fear, doubt, and past experiences dictate what's possible for them. But that's not the truth. That's just the story they've been telling themselves for so long that they believe it. If you want to change your life, you have to change that story. You have to rewire your brain to see opportunities instead of obstacles. You have to train yourself to focus on solutions instead of problems. You have to develop the belief that no matter what happens, you have the power to overcome it. Because the truth is you do. But until you believe that, you will always find excuses to stay where you are. Your mind is like a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it becomes. If you constantly feed it with negative thoughts, self-doubt, and excuses, that's exactly what will grow. But if you feed it with confidence, discipline, and an unstoppable drive, that's what will take over. The challenge is that most people don't even realize they are running on autopilot with negative programming. They don't question their thoughts. They don't challenge their beliefs. They just accept them as facts. But the moment you shift your mindset, everything shifts. You start seeing possibilities where you once saw limitations. You start taking action where you once hesitated. You start pushing through fear instead of running from it. And when that happens, your entire life begins to change. It's not magic. It's not luck. It's simply the result of a new way of thinking. And the best part? You are in control of it. No one else. So the question is, are you ready to take control of your mind, or will you let it control you? Wishing for change will get you nowhere. Thinking about success, planning for success, even believing in success, none of it matters unless you take massive action. Because action is the only thing that moves the needle. It's the only thing that transforms ideas into results. Most people sit around waiting for motivation, waiting for the right moment, waiting for things to fall into place. But success doesn't work that way. You don't get what you want in life. You get what you work for. You get what you show up for. You get what you're willing to fight for, day in and day out, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it's inconvenient, even when you don't feel like it. The difference between people who achieve great things and people who don't isn't talent, intelligence, or luck. It's the level of action they take. The most successful people aren't always the smartest. They aren't always the most gifted. But they are the ones who take action faster, harder, and more consistently than everyone else. They don't sit around overthinking. They don't wait for permission. They decide what they want, and they go after it with everything they have. And here's the truth: action builds momentum. The more you do, the more confident you become. The more confident you become, the more you do. It's a cycle that keeps pushing you forward. But most people never reach that point because they stop before they even start. They let fear paralyze them. They let doubt talk them out of it. Or they hesitate, and that hesitation kills their dreams. If you want to change your life, you need to commit to taking action. Massive, relentless, unstoppable action. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Right now. Because every second you spend waiting is a second you could be moving closer to your goals. And no one is going to do it for you. No one is going to hand you success. You have to be willing to go out and take it. It won't be easy. You will fail. You will get knocked down. You will have moments when you wonder if it's even worth it. But every time you push forward, every time you refuse to quit, you separate yourself from the people who only dream and become one of the few who actually make it happen. So stop waiting. Stop hesitating. Start moving. Because the life you want isn't going to come to you. You have to go out and create it. And the only way to do that is through action. Massive, consistent, undeniable action. Excuses will keep you exactly where you are. They will rob you of your potential, steal your future, and leave you wondering why your life never changed. The truth is, you can either have excuses or you can have results, but you can't have both. Every time you make an excuse, you give yourself permission to stay stuck. You justify inaction. You convince yourself that your limitations are real when, in reality, they are just stories you've been telling yourself. It's easy to say, I don't have enough time, or I'm too tired, or I don't know where to start. But the people who succeed in life are the ones who refuse to let excuses define them. They find a way no matter what. They don't wait until they feel ready. They don't wait until conditions are perfect. They show up, they put in the work, and they stay committed even when it's hard. Discipline is the key to everything you want. It's doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. It's making sacrifices today for the future you want tomorrow. It's waking up early, staying focused, pushing through discomfort, and staying on track when distractions try to pull you away. Discipline isn't about being perfect. It's about being consistent. It's about making small decisions every single day that move you in the direction of your goals. Most people fail because they rely on motivation. But motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes. If you only take action when you feel like it, you'll never get anywhere. Discipline is what carries you through when motivation fades. Discipline is what keeps you moving forward when everything in you wants to quit. The moment you stop making excuses and start embracing discipline, your life changes. You stop being a victim of your circumstances and start becoming the architect of your future. You realize that you are in control, that your habits shape your destiny, and that every action you take is either building the life you want or keeping you from it. No more waiting. No more justifying. No more blaming. Success is simple, but it's not easy. It requires you to show up, put in the work, and stay committed. And when you do that, when you eliminate excuses and embrace disciplines, you become unstoppable. Only you can change your life at the end of the day. It all comes down to one simple truth. If you want something to change, you have to change it. No one is going to do it for you. No one is going to hand you success. No one is going to wake you up early, force you to work harder, or push you past your limits. That's on you. Your life is the result of your choices. Every decision you make, every action you take, and every excuse you eliminate determines your future. The people who succeed aren't the ones who got lucky. They aren't the ones who had it easy. They are the ones who decided that they were done waiting, done blaming, done making excuses. They made the choice to take full responsibility, to shift their mindset, to take massive action, and to develop the discipline required to win. This isn't about what you're capable of. It's about what you're willing to do, because you are capable of more than you realize. The only thing standing between you and the life you want is the work you're avoiding, the action you're hesitating on, and the excuses you keep telling yourself. So what's it going to be? Are you going to keep waiting, keep wishing, keep making the same choices and expecting a different result? Or are you going to take control? Are you going to step up, push yourself, and do whatever it takes to create the future you deserve? No more hesitation, no more doubt, no more waiting for the right moment. The right moment is now. This is your time. This is your chance. This is your chance. This is your life, and only you can change it.